If you're a man in your 50s, 60s, or even 70s and you still masturbate, this talk is for you. Because at some point, every man asks himself quietly, is this still healthy? Could I be holding my hormones, my prostate, or am I somehow weakening myself as a man? If that's ever crossed your mind, I want you to know you're not alone. This question comes up constantly in my clinic, but most men never get a clear science-based answer. What they get instead is guilt, myths, and half-truths passed down through generations. So today, let's remove the shame and the noise. Because when we look at what modern science actually says, the truth is surprisingly positive and empowering. And while you're here, hit like and subscribe. It might seem small, but it helps us keep bringing honest, stigma-free conversations like this one. The big myth. Here's what most men have heard their whole lives. Masturbation drains your energy. It ruins your hormones. It's something only young guys do. Sound familiar? Well, science strongly disagrees. Self-pleasure isn't a shameful act, and it's not reserved for the young. In fact, for many older men, it's one of the most natural, protective, and even therapeutic practices you can maintain if it's done consciously. Like any other habit, it can either strengthen your health or slowly harm it. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through both sides. 10 science-backed benefits of masturbation and 10 risks you should be aware of, so you can keep it healthy and balanced. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do to protect your prostate, your hormones, and your confidence. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Bennet, men's sexual health expert. And I can't tell you how often a man will sit across from me, lower his voice, and ask, "Doctor, be honest. At my age, is it still okay if I touch myself?" My answer is always the same. Yes, and you deserve real answers, not fear or shame. So let's get into it. Here are the 10 surprising benefits science has revealed. And trust me, the last one might completely change how you see your body. First, it keeps your equipment healthy. Think of masturbation as exercise for your penis. Every erection brings oxygen-rich blood into the tissue called the corpora cavernosa, keeping it flexible and preventing stiffness or scarring. That blood flow is essential to maintaining function and confidence. In short, use it or lose it. Regular erections keep everything in working order. Second, it supports prostate health. Here's something most men don't know. A Harvard study found that men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Why? Because ejaculation helps flush out old fluids, bacteria, and inflammation from the prostate ducts. It's your body's natural cleaning cycle, not damage. So instead of fearing that you're hurting your prostate, realize that in moderation, you're protecting it. Third, it strengthens the pelvic floor. Those muscle contractions you feel during orgasm, they're exercising your pelvic floor, specifically the pubococcygeus muscles. Stronger pelvic muscles mean better erections, improved control, and even lower risk of incontinence. It's basically a free gym session you can do anywhere. No equipment required. Fourthly, it reduces stress. Orgasms cause cortisol, your main stress hormone, to drop. Less cortisol means lower blood pressure, calmer nerves, and better heart health. That's why many men report falling asleep easier and feeling more relaxed afterward. In a world where stress is constant, that kind of natural reset can be powerful. Fifthly, it boosts your mood. When you climax, your brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, the feel-good and bonding hormones. They lift your mood, increase patience, and make you more emotionally present. So, while it's not a replacement for connection, it can help you feel more balanced throughout your day. Sixthly, it improves body awareness. This one's rarely mentioned, but incredibly important. When you regularly explore your own body, you become more aware of what's normal and what isn't. That awareness can help you spot early warning signs like lumps, unusual pain, or curvature conditions such as Peyronie's or testicular cancer before they progress. Simply knowing your own anatomy could literally save your life. 7. It enhances sleep. After orgasm, oxytocin rises and cortisol falls, a perfect formula for deep, restorative sleep. For older men who struggle with insomnia or nighttime anxiety, this can be a surprisingly effective natural remedy. 8. It improves circulation. Masturbation improves blood flow throughout the entire pelvic region, not just to the penis. This supports prostate health, bladder control, and even reduces the risk of stagnation-related issues. 9. It trains control. If you've ever struggled with finishing too quickly, masturbation is the safest way to train yourself. Using techniques like the stop-start or squeeze method helps build awareness of your arousal levels. Over time, you'll gain more confidence and control when you're with a partner. 10. It keeps desire alive. The brain is your biggest sexual organ. Regular stimulation keeps those arousal pathways active, preventing sexual shutdown as you age. Even if you don't have a partner, keeping that system awake helps you stay confident and ready when intimacy does happen. Pretty encouraging, right? But as with all good things, balance matters. Let's flip the coin. Here are the 10 potential risks and how to avoid them. 1. Isolation. If self-pleasure starts replacing real intimacy, it can push you toward loneliness. The key is moderation. Use it to complement your life, not to replace connection. 2. Skin irritation. Too much friction without lubrication can cause micro tears, inflammation, or infection. Solution. Use a high-quality water-based lubricant and treat your skin gently. 3. Desensitization. Doing it the same way every time trains your brain to respond only to that routine. Change things up. Vary your speed, pressure, and rhythm to keep your sensitivity sharp. 4. Hiding erectile issues. If you can perform solo but struggle with a partner, don't ignore it. That can be a sign of low testosterone, diabetes, or circulation problems. See your doctor. The earlier it's caught, the better the outcome. 5. Nerve compression. Leaning forward in awkward positions like hunched over a chair can compress nerves and cause numbness. Lie back, support your body, and relax your posture. 6. Using it to escape emotionally. If it becomes your only way to cope with stress or loneliness, it can create dependency. Balance it out with social time, exercise, or mindfulness. 7. Guilt and shame. Many men were raised to think masturbation is bad or immoral, but guilt serves no purpose here. It only adds stress. If you still struggle with those old beliefs, talk to a sex-positive therapist. Your body is not your enemy. 8. Overdoing it. Yes, too little ejaculation can be harmful, but too much can also cause pelvic congestion, that dull ache or heaviness in the groin. The fix: listen to your body. Moderation is everything. 9. Sperm quality drop. If you're trying to conceive, frequent ejaculation can lower sperm count temporarily. Research suggests 2 to 5 days of rest produces the best quality semen. 10. Disconnection from real life. Overexposure to extreme online content can rewire your brain, making real intimacy feel less stimulating. Reduce screen use, reconnect with touch, imagination, and real-world connection. So here's your simple checklist. Keep it regular but moderate. Use lube and take care of your skin. Stay mindful of posture. Mix up your routine. And never let it replace connection or emotional closeness. Think of masturbation as a tool. Like any tool, it can either build or damage. It depends on how you use it. Gentlemen, I know this is a deeply personal topic. Many of you have carried uncertainty or shame about it for decades. But let me assure you, there is nothing shameful about keeping yourself healthy. Science is on your side. Your prostate, hormones, and mood all benefit when you approach this with awareness. So, let me leave you with this. Aging doesn't mean the end of vitality. It's the stage where you finally replace myths with understanding and take real control of your body. Masturbation, when done consciously, isn't weakness. It's maintenance. It's self-respect. It's confidence. If this message helped you or gave you clarity, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who might need to hear the truth. I'm Dr. Megan Bennet, reminding you that your worth isn't defined by your age or your past. It's defined by how you care for yourself and the presence you bring to the people you love. Stay strong, stay healthy, and remember, awareness is power.